What's up, this is GM, and before I start, I want to tell you about TubeBuddy. In case you don't know, TubeBuddy is a free website that will help you manage and grow your YouTube channel. Thanks to them, some of my videos even show up as top results. Want to give them a try? Check the description below for the link. Today's product is OVLoop's OV Pro. These are probably the best phones I've ever had. So inside the box, we have the headphones themselves. We have extra ear tips, 2 extra pairs, so overall you'll have 3. Then we have an aux cable, and the way that this hooks up, it actually is a USB-C to aux cable, and it just plugs in also to the charging port. And then we have a charging cable, which is just your micro USB to, your USB to USB-C, my bad. And it came with a thank you card, as well as a quick start guide, which is in English. So before I go into the product information, I want to give a little info on the CEO, Will Graylan. So this man has done a lot. His biggest accomplishments include being Global Co-General Manager of Samsung Pay, board member of Synchrony Financial, and chairman and founder of OVLoop, which is the company that made these products. So in other words, he's worked for some pretty important companies and has a pretty strong resume. And the reason I mention this is because OVLoop is not that well known so far. And people might be hesitant buying such pricey products, because at the time of this video, these headphones were $179.99. And however, you should take into consider his background. It gives a bit more ease when making such a purchase. And these headphones also have a bunch of patents and patents that are pending, which include hand-free voice chat, voice-activated multi-assistant, boom mic, plus voice feedback, and 3D ambient and chat mode, all of which I'll go over in a bit. But that's a lot of things that these headphones can do that other headphones won't be able to. So these headphones come in 2 colors, the Gunmetal Black, which is what I have here, and Rose Gold. The neckband, right over here, is silicone. And that's really nice and comfortable. I'm just going to zoom in a bit right there. That makes it really nice and comfortable. And the headphones come out from this point right here on both sides. So let me just lower that a bit. So as you can see, it just comes out like that on both sides. Let me go ahead and adjust a bit. They're super lightweight. I never realized that they're really on my neck. They don't get tangled up very easily as well, which is nice. The earbuds can attach to each other magnetically when hanging from your neck, so I'll go and show that. So right here, it attaches right there, so as you can see. So that just kind of keeps it from falling off your neck when it's, maybe if you're using this while walking or running, you don't want it like slipping around your neck. This will keep it pretty much from just falling off on its own, which has been a problem I've had with other headphones in the past. But the Gunmetal Black look is very sleek. The overall design is great and isn't flashy. It has this long storage piece to hold the powerhouse machinery that it has, and a battery that lets these headphones work for 14 hours, which is a lot of time. However, it doesn't let you retract the earbuds, which personally is a bit disappointing since I feel like it would have made it look a little better overall. However, adding that function probably would have made it bigger and bulky looking, so I'm glad they didn't do it if that was the case. And it probably would have made it more bulky around this area especially, because it would have to add a mechanism to have it retract and pretty much roll into itself. Now, if you're watching this and have already purchased these headphones, I suggest you download the app. It provides a lot of really useful functions, and the app is called OVLoop. When you get it, you just make an account and finish the setup. I suggest you pause the video and try the functions as I go over it with the app so you can see how it works a bit. Alright, so let's start with the functions for the right side. It has a total of 4 buttons, which are this button right here, this button, which I'll go over, this button right here, let me just turn it a bit, this big one, and then this one right here. So, pretty much the functions are pretty self-explanatory, but we have the volume up and down button, which you can just short press to change, which will be the plus, which is this one, and then the minus, which is this one. And then once you reach the max or minimum volume, it will do like a double beep sound in your ear. To turn it on, you just hold down the middle button, which has a little power symbol right there. And yeah, it'll vibrate a bit and say power on. And then it'll enter pairing mode automatically. This button is also used for many other functions, such as to pause or play a song if you press it once. And to go to the next track, you press it twice. And then to go back a track, you would press it 3 times. I like that it's all on the power button because sometimes it can be kind of confusing on the plus and minus signs, because sometimes it's a short press for song forward or short press for volume up, depending on different headphones. So I like that they just integrated it straight into the multi-function button. And now for the right button right here. So this button right here. It might not look like a button, but if it does press right there. If you press it once, it'll turn chat mode on or off. When chat modes turn on, it will mute the song, but it does not seem to pause the song. It then turns on the mic, which allows you to hear your surrounding as well as hear what you're saying, which is really nice. This pretty much lets you keep the earbud in your ear when you talk to someone, so it's good for a quick chat. This is one of the things that OV Pro has patented, and there's only one thing that bothers me a bit, and that's that the song doesn't pause, which I mentioned before, when you enter chat mode. So your song will just keep going in the background without you realizing it, and otherwise, this is a really good feature. Now, another patented function that is awesome and very similar is the ambient mode. You press the R button twice to turn 3D ambient on or off. What this will do is turn on your mic. So you can hear your surrounding just like chat mode, but it'll also have your music or video continue to play and you can hear the volume from it. That's really nice because that way you can listen to your surroundings as well as listen to your music at the same time. That's good if you're walking on the street or something and you just want to be safer about that. And if you hold down the R button, you can change the ambient volume. So if you put it on low, the sound from your surrounding will be softer. If it's high, your surrounding will be louder. On the left side, we only have one button and it's pretty handy. So you can short press it to turn on Alexa. You can press it twice in a row, short presses, to turn on wake words or turn off wake words. That's things like Hey Siri. That's really handy if you just need to, talk to your assistant all of a sudden real quick. But if you don't want that on, you just double press it to turn it back off, so that way you don't accidentally use a wake word. And OV Pro has its own wake words as well, such as Hey OV. And you can go into the settings to kind of mess around with that a bit, which is really nice. So if you press it 3 times, if you long press it, my bad, it'll turn ANC on or off. Personally, I don't think the ANC is really that big of a deal on these headphones. The ANC on this isn't really that useful because even though it's an active ANC, I feel like just putting in the headphones, honestly, drown out a lot of the surrounding sound, which is really nice. You don't really need the ANC. I feel like just putting in the headphones, you're pretty much not hearing anything around you. However, maybe the ANC is doing a little bit more than I realize. I do realize it cancels out a little bit more sound. I can see a slight difference, but I feel like just on its own, it does a great job even without having ANC. And yeah, if you go over now to the right earbud, the right earbud has its own single button right here. And if you press it once, it answers or ends a phone call, if one is coming in, of course. It's also used to start up Siri or Google Assistant. If you press it twice, it activates OV Chat. However, you need to have the OV Loop app to do this function. So now I want to talk a bit about the app and OV Chat and OV Phone's function. But yeah, the app is pretty helpful. It lets you sync your contacts and lets you make phone calls and texts without using your hands. For example, you can say OV Chat. It will then allow you to text and text any contact you have verbally. It will also send an audio file or what you said, which is good in case the headphones may not have been able to tell exactly what you said, so it's just kind of like a backup to make sure that your wording is correct when it transcribes your words. But from what I can tell, it's pretty accurate. So here's an example of how it might work. OV Chat, message Alex's cell phone. And then you would just say the message, hey, how are you doing? It'll then send a text and voice message for what you just said. A note though, it will send it from another number other than yours. So it won't be from your straight cell phone number, but it will say your name in the text so they know it's from you. The OV phone function is pretty much used to use Google Assistant and Siri. So you can say, hey, OV phone, what is the weather and It will have your assistant answer your question. And my favorite thing about the app is that it tells you the headphone's battery life at the bottom of the app. This makes it so much easier to monitor your battery status so that you're not just charging when you don't really need to, but then you also know if it needs to be charged soon. The sound quality on these headphones are great. It's really clear audio and doesn't have any lag between audio and video from what I can tell. Once in a while I do have slight lag, but usually I don't really see any lag between audio and video. You can't hear music from the earbuds when you take it out. And what I mean by that is, let's say you have music playing through your headphones and you don't want the people around you hearing what you're listening to. Well, you won't have to worry about that because it doesn't just leak out to everyone. Overall, I think these headphones are a great investment for any techie. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. Link to this product is in the description below. Be sure to check out TubeBuddy and my Patreon below as well. Thanks for watching.